Hey, what is going on, people? It's Vinh from VTech, and lately I've been getting back into gaming, so I wanted to separate my work from play, and I decided to make a secondary setup just for gaming. So a huge shout out to BenQ for sending out a couple products to make this video possible. The first thing you really notice is the giant monitor staring at you, and that's the BenQ 27-inch 4K monitor. It is only 60Hz, but the IPS display and the 100% sRGB color accuracy really make up for it to me. This might not be the best monitor for gaming, but I do enjoy having good color accuracy and sharpness. I'm not extremely competitive, so this monitor works just fine for me. The build is mostly plastic, with the base being metal and a plastic cover on top, and on the bottom bezel you have this little cutout which is glossy, and that holds a sensor inside for eye care technology. It's basically just adaptive color temperature, and I personally don't use it at all. The monitor is highly adjustable. You can lift it up, down, you can swivel it, turn it 90 degrees. So in terms of ergonomics, this monitor performs very well. For my keyboard, I'm using the Logitech G Pro, which a lot of pro players actually use, and I like the 10 keyless form factor. The RGB is very nice to have. Although I don't use many modes, I just keep it on the rainbow effect. I actually like that a lot. Now, if you attend a lot of LAN parties or tournaments, it has a detachable cable, which is extremely handy for travel. The cable is of course braided, and it has this prong thing so it doesn't easily get detached from the keyboard itself. Now, it does use the Roamer G switches, and some people don't like that. It's a preference thing, but for me, coming from the Apple Magic 2 keyboard, the transfer process wasn't too bad. I have used Cherry MX Browns before, and they do feel a little bit similar, and I'll give you guys a quick little sound test. The only thing I really hate about this keyboard is that it has this echoing sound when you release the keys. That can be annoying, but with headphones or earbuds in, you won't be able to hear them at all. The keyboard is made of plastic with a metal backplate, but the top has a matte finish and the sides are glossy. Flipping over the keyboard, we have 4 rubber feet so it won't slide around when you're gaming intensely. It has 2 levels of height for the adjustment, and the feet do have rubber on them as well so it doesn't slip around. Overall, I think it's an excellent keyboard. Some people might not be used to the Roamer G switches, but I think you can get used to them over time, but the travel distance is shorter than Cherry MX switches, so it does have a competitive advantage if you're into that. To pair with the keyboard, I have the Logitech G703 wireless mouse, and this is the white edition. You can't really find it on Amazon, but it is a bit more expensive, and I got mine from Best Buy. I personally hate cable drag from wired mice, and gaming and wireless usually don't go together. But Logitech claims that this has a faster response time than the Razer Death Adder. Not to say that the Death Adder is bad in any way, but if no one complains about that mouse, then this should be good to go. The grip of the mouse is very standard, and I use a palm grip most of the time, but claw grip can work with this mouse. It does come with a detachable weight if you like a slightly heavier mouse, but I completely removed it because I like the lightweight feel, and it reduces fatigue when gaming for long sessions. The buttons do feel responsive and clicky, pretty standard of any good gaming mouse. So here's a little bit of ASMR just to get you feeling tingly. Okay, so the G703 does come with the Lightspeed wireless technology, but I don't like having a mouse pad that has a cable, and it just kind of defeats the purpose to me. So for my mouse pad, I just use the Logitech G240 standard mouse pad. It's about a medium size, so it's good for about just any game out there. This is a cloth mouse pad, and I don't like using a hard surface because this gives me a bit more control, and I like the way it feels on my palm. Now, I chose not to have any speakers for this setup because I wanted to keep it clean, and also most of the time when I'm playing games, I'm using a pair of headphones anyways. For listening, I have the Audio-Technica AT-HM50. These are my tried and true, and I really do recommend them to anyone out there who's looking into having good audio, and the price isn't too bad either. They do have a very clean sound and a little bit of emphasis on the bass, so gaming is very fun on these. Comfort-wise, the earpads are nice and soft, but it's not memory foam, so I do have to take them off once in a while. Because I'm not using a gaming headset, I do like having a dedicated microphone, which I also think sounds a lot better. I use the Blue Yeti on this newer mic stand, boom arm kind of thing, and it does pretty well with isolation with table noise, and it provides a very clean sound for people that I talk to on Discord when I'm playing games. The audio quality on this microphone is pretty good, so if you're into making gaming videos, I really suggest you pick one of these up. There's a lot of pickup patterns you can use, but most of the time I leave it on cardioid just to pick up my voice and nothing else. Now, behind the monitor I had my Logitech C920 webcam, and I do believe this is the best webcam for your money. The quality is fairly good, and this is kind of the standard for streamers out there. Also behind the monitor I hide an Anchor USB hub, which lets me connect the keyboard, mouse. It's mostly just for me to make it easier on myself for cable management. Next to the monitor I have the BenQ e-reading lamp. I mostly like using this at night, and because of that scoop design, it spreads light a lot more evenly on your desk. To turn it on and off, you just tap the ring, and you can also use the dial to change the color temperature of the light. It ranges from 2700 to 5700 Kelvin, and you can also press the wheel to change the brightness of the light, and most of the time, I leave it on the lowest brightness and it's already pretty damn bright. The lamp also does have a smart e-reading mode, but I don't find myself using it often, and it just kind of changes the color temperature from the light around you. The base of this lamp is pretty big and heavy, which allows it to be able to move in a bunch of different directions in adjustability. So if you don't have enough desk space, they do sell a floor stand, which you can use this same lamp on that stand. If you guys are interested in this lamp, I do have a discount code in the description section below, so be sure to check that out, and all the other items will be listed as well. And for the desk itself, I use the FlexiSpot sit stand desk, and you guys can check out that video right up here. So if you haven't seen that already, be sure to click on that. So this is mostly like a casual, very light gaming setup. I don't even own a PC, so for demonstration purposes, this was my friend's computer. Can't really game on a MacBook. So what do you guys think about me building a custom PC for streaming and another kind of different setup for that? Be sure to leave your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like if you thought this video was helpful. Subscribe for more crispy content, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.